AUD has been absolutely killing it in FX markets over the last couple of weeks, guys. To be honest, the reasons as to why it's been, rebounding so strongly since those March lows, we have discussed quite a lot. Just to recap really quickly, it was stuff like this. The Fed stepped in, flooding the market with dollar liquidity, which weakened the dollar and helped lift the likes of AUD, NZD, CAD, all of these risky currencies. Meanwhile, they were doing that. They were doing their huge QE program. They slashed rates to zero. They were doing the massive lending programs. And basically, they didn't just lift all of these risk FX currencies. They also lift US stocks. They also lift commodities markets like crude oil markets as well. They basically just gave a big boost to risk assets. Obviously, AUD correlated to all these other assets, so it got a big boost. Obviously, whilst all that Fed stuff was going on, you had this narrative of the global spread of coronavirus is slowing down. All those coronavirus curves, they've been flattening, which they have been doing over across most of the world, even in some of the hotspots in Europe and the US. But more recently, guys, people have been talking about Aussie a little bit more recently because in the last couple of days, weeks, depends how you want to look at it, Aussie has particularly started to outperform some of its other risk FX counterparts. And there's been a few reasons for that. And most of them are more domestic factors. It's not talking about the Fed, not talking about global spread of coronavirus. It's domestic things in the Australian economy. And it's to do with its linkage with China. And that was demonstrated today. So the reason Aussie is an outperformer today is because two reasons. It posted a huge trade surplus, record trade surplus. I think it was $10.8 billion in March, which, just an amazing bounce back for Australian trade, partly driven by China's economy rebounding in March. And number two, at the beginning of the year, there was also a cyclone in Australia, which sort of disrupted exports quite a lot. And so it was also getting a rebound because of that. But either way, it's a good thing for the Australian economy. Trade is still strong at the moment. And as long as the Chinese economy is recovering, then trade should stay quite strong in Australia. We also had Chinese trade data today as well, right, guys? And that was good too. Surprise expansion in exports. So when China is doing well, Australia is going to keep doing well. And as we all know, China has been reopening its economy. The other thing that has been propping up the Aussie dollar over the last couple of weeks that I want to talk about is the fact that the coronavirus outbreak hasn't been as bad. My sister actually lives out in Australia, and she was basically saying there's no coronavirus here. They pretty much got it under control because they did the track and tracing thing so aggressively, and they were quarantining all the people that had it so aggressively. So guys, a lot of people have been calling Aussie dollar overvalued, but as long as those domestic factors that I just noted held up, we might see it continue to underperform. But we shall see, guys. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I will see you in the next one.